Welcome back to week 9 cook-along. I don't know what an octopus would look like if it was speaking, but I don't think it would look like that. That's better. Needs more wiggly arms. Oh my god, it was actually Chris doing it all along.
'Twas I!
What a behind the scenes. Alright, we're actually in a totally different room than we need to be. Here we are in Chris's kitchen. Hello!
Hi, didn't see you there.
So natural.
Is this it? Is this how we start?
Yeah, I think this
Okay,
is it.
all right.
And I think you're going to be a kids' TV presenter.
Hold on, let
I
me
think
take off my
someone's gonna
octopus
find
glove.
this. I love how Moon Prince is just sitting so happily in the background.
Yeah, I'm going to get his dreadlocks back on. There we go.
It's just perfect. In some worlds, it's perfect.
Ready to cook.
We are so ready to cook.
You ready to cook?
So puppets aside, we also have out all our ingredients. We've got out 2 pans, one for the macaroni, one for the sauce. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Chopping board, nice sharp knife.
Very new sharp knife.
Very new sharp knife. Hopefully we're not going to have any cut fingers. We also have a baking tray out, didn't we, somewhere?
Yeah, we had to move it for the really great
For
octopus
the
behind the scenes.
starting shot, which we nailed and was totally worth it.
Baking sheet is there.
With the baking sheet on the tray. So if you need to pause the video now and get any of that ready, do. But we're going to do
Welcome back.
Oh, cheers, by the way.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Thanks again.
Thanks for coming
hosting.
over. Welcome.
Ooh, that was a very pleasing
Good.
sound.
Yeah.
So, what is
Great
our
acoustics.
first? Yeah, right.
So, first things first, we're going to toast up this bread as our crust for the macaroni and cheese.
Ooh, a crust.
Which means we're going to have to preheat our oven. If you're doing the Ober-Unterheizung, you're going to have to do it to 200.
200.
That
and
should
if
do it.
people have a fan oven, a little bit less, I guess.
About 180
Okay.
with fan.
Very good.
Let's see, I also want to melt some butter. It's just ready, it's like a real cooking show.
It's in little ramekins.
Amazing.
So roughly how much do we think we got? A couple of tablespoons in there?
This will be like a tablespoon-ish,
That's
maybe.
a generous one.
Well, let's melt it and see.
True.
We're going to melt that down and we're going to cover our bread in that so that when you put it in the oven for about 6 minutes, it will get roughly exactly 6 minutes. We're in Germany. Man muss pünktlich sein. Yeah, actually, no, I should get one of these wooden spoons or so.
A very unhandily placed utensil.
We like to make everything as inaccessible as possible in this household.
It's like forcing exercise in your daily life, reaching for the utensil.
Which is a bunch of things that I don't like already. Reaching and exercise. So yeah, time to chop up a little bit of this bread into... Chopping it up. Get a nice sharp knife. You see how that cut through?
Oh yeah.
We'll get a close up of that.
It's almost unnecessary. It didn't focus. Oh, there we go. That was good. Yeah, very nice.
Probably right when it focused, I moved it, didn't it?
We all know what sliced bread looks like, I think. The good thing about this
Don't ruin this moment for me!
The bread can be a little bit stale. In fact, it's a bit better if it's a little bit stale.
Yes, because then it's a bit crunchier and it's also easier to cut.
Exactly.
If it's a bit stale, it's like making, banana bread with, old bananas.
Which I just did this morning. How strange.
This morning?
Yeah.
How long does it take to make banana bread? Don't tell me, I'll watch the episode.
No, I didn't film it. I just made it for myself. Selfish.
Well, I could just make this as well.
Filming
But
everything I make
yes.
from now on.
Welcome to the 21st century.
But I used bananas that were already black and then I'd put in the freezer for the first time. And it works really, really well.
So how long was it start to finish, do you reckon?
I think it was about an hour 15. Would have been a long time to film with my chat.
Is banana bread good for you or is it like really terrible for you?
I like to eat it for breakfast because I think it's good for you.
I mean, so you're the kind of person that has like a muffin for breakfast and is
absolutely
pretending
have a
to like that they're not having cake.
Yeah, because it's got blueberries in it. For
Of course.
example.
Yeah.
If it's got
And
fruit in
bran,
it is
whatever that is.
Yeah. Bran is healthy. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
I've seen Game of Thrones.
That's all I need to know. Yeah, pastries and cakes for breakfast, I think, totally fine.
Yeah, true.
So we're going for quite big chunks.
Yeah, you could half these. I think I thought in my head while I was cutting them, I could half them up, but I'm not. I'm just not. So deal with it.
We're gonna have very chunky bread crust.
I am now going to put some water into a pot because you have to boil macaroni.
You do not pre-boil your water in a kettle. Is that weird?
I'm Canadian. I'm not an idiot.
This is something, yeah, I've had Americans also say, like, they don't really do that because kettles aren't that common.
No.
They said.
No.
Is that true?
Well, even if you have a kettle, you put it on your stovetop and then you use it from there.
Those kind.
So, F that S. Not doing that. I'm also going to get out a strainer. Future.
Very good.
We're going to have to strain things. The strainer is always up there. So in your house, look for your strainer up there to the top left. That's where it is.
I'd love if someone had just picked out whatever was top left in their cupboards and was like, well, that's what he told me to do, so...
If it's an octopus puppet,
Guess
don't
I'm
worry.
using that now. Nicely melted butter.
Yeah, it's going to get even melty. You know, I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
Smells like melted butter.
Smells like butter, which means delicious.
Things are going well.
Translation, amazing.
Yeah.
This is your chance to have a bit of beer because it's going to get only worse from here.
Worse in terms of...
Organization. So, that butter is melted. Take your bread, put it onto a baking sheet, like so.
Well, that was masterfully done.
Epic. Put that back there. I'm going to...
Distracted by your nice looking coffee. Sorry, yes.
Oh, no worries.
Now we're drizzling butter.
Gonna put some butter on this bad boy. We're gonna put more butter in that pot as well. Can you imagine
Prepping it.
how fat we're gonna get?
That butter not very hot. A little bit hot?
No.
Oh. So we're mixing it all around with our fingers.
A key is that learn how to play bass beforehand. Get really big calluses on your fingers and you'll feel nothing. It's actually incredible.
Doesn't even need
In general,
alcohol.
emotionally as well. You'll feel nothing. Bassists are dead inside.
So you want to get them all nice and coated.
Get them coated in butter. I'm going to also put some salt and pepper on them, but I also want to kind of evenly space them out so that they actually get a crust, because if you keep the bread together, it'll stick.
Yes, and it won't get crispy.
Yes, indeed. Also important in general, wash your hands. It's coronavirus. It's good for your food. It's good for your face.
It's good for your friends.
Good for your friends.
Eating your food.
You shouldn't even be shaking hands right now anyways, but if you did shake hands, wash your hands after, maybe before as well.
That's a very good point.
So,
I love that we can see through into the other room.
yeah, that's where the intro video was filmed. Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Right, so here it comes in. You can see why. I saw this from Anthony on Queer Eye, by the way. You put your thing on your shoulder, boom, dry my hands. Easy.
Hands are immediately dry.
Immediately, I don't even have to use it. If it's on my shoulder, they are just dry.
It's like an extra bit of shirt.
Yes. Sometimes I wear 2 shirts and I just dry with one of my shirts.
Take it off. Use the next
Dry
one for the
it,
next
put it back on. Usually when I cook, I go through average 3 or 4 shirts. So, put these in for about exactly 6 minutes. I would time it, but you're using my phone to film right now, so I can't.
I'll tell you roughly.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We'll say 6 minutes is...
Given that the ovens are going to be more or less preheated depending on your oven. So
Absolutely.
it's always best to check.
So right now, I'm going to use like 50 grams of butter.
I love how you're using this ridiculous knife for everything. Bread, butter.
Showering. I shower with this knife on the blunt side, obviously. But this is how I clean myself. You know what? Put a little more butter in there.
That's generous.
You're gonna love it.
Generous helping. Is this for the sauce now, this butter?
Yes, so now we're going to actually make the cheese
I only
sauce
just saw
itself.
that there was a third bit. All that butter's going in.
You have to live a little, you know?
It's winter.
It's winter. We're making comfort food.
Yeah.
If you're not going to make it as comfortable as possible, what's the
Why
point?
even bother?
So, put this baby back on the burner. I have it on exactly medium heat right now, but I'll probably turn it up a little bit in a second. Now, I'm basically going to wait for the butter to melt. And then I'm going to start adding things, adding spectacular things.
It's very exciting.
Amazing things.
Can't wait. So you have mentioned that you are from Canada. I believe I'm saying that right.
Yeah. Canada.
What was your typical kind of Canadian food fare growing up? Would you eat a lot of mac and cheese?
Yeah, actually. The thing is, my mom did actually make homemade mac and cheese, but I hated it because it had a bread crust on it, and now I'm doing...
No.
Like, if she sees this, she's going to be genuinely angry at me.
You hated a bread crust?
I don't know why. It always made me gag for some reason. The bread always made me gag. Now I love gagging.
All about it. Try and
All
incorporate
about
it
the gag.
into every dish.
No, I don't know. Like, the thing is, when we usually have macaroni and cheese back home, it's like the crappy boxed mac and cheese with like the powder cheese and everything. And it's horrible for you, which, you know, this is as well. You've seen how much butter I put into that. But it's not as authentic.
I mean, your flatmate, Steve, shout out to Steve, #1 Time to Cook fan. He did warn me that is maybe what you were just going to do tonight. Partly why I
genuinely thought about
ingredients.
that. Genuinely thought about doing that. I thought it would have been hilarious, but I didn't want to ruin your video.
Thank you so much. That's
absolutely.
Very nice of you.
So you don't want to burn the butter, but I think on half heat it should be fine.
It's looking great. It's looking like a lot. It's looking perfect.
I mean, like we said in the intro video, if you have even a single bite of this mac and cheese, if you at home are deciding to make this, it will kill you. You will immediately die. It's actually medically amazing.
I will put a warning on it.
Will kill you.
Cook at your own
Smart.
risk. Yeah.
But no, I mean, the thing is, you know, my dad is a Portuguese immigrant. My mom is an American immigrant in Canada. So the food that I grew up eating wasn't, I mean, it's not really a lot of Canadian food, is there? We have poutine. I thought about doing poutine here, but like we said before we started filming, it'd be the most boring video ever, just three ingredients.
What are the 3 ingredients? I am very ignorant about poutine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not actually sure I've ever had it.
Well,
should have been doing poutine.
there is the Poutine Kitchen in Moabit that sells genuine poutine, because the key for poutine, so you have French fries, crisps, if you're of that sort.
Chips.
Right, chips. Yeah, so you have all that stuff. And then you have gravy, just kind of typical brown gravy. And then the key, and this is what they don't get right in Germany or Europe, is you need cheese curds, which is like the plastic version of cheese.
Ooh, it's cheese curds that make that like...
very stringy.
But you can do like little pops, like you can batter them in little... What are they called? Like popcorn? No, I'm forgetting. There's a fast food dish that's like deep fried cheese curds, I think. It's very good.
Oh, yeah, like cheese poppers,
yes,
basically.
Exactly.
So now, I'm going to chop up some garlic, which I should have done earlier.
Smashed it.
You want to smash it because then the skin comes off super easily.
Okay, let's slow it down a bit because people might have suddenly been like, whoa, garlic? What?
Garlic.
I haven't even got my garlic.
Take off the sprout. There's garlic now.
If yours is sprouting.
It. I'm going to grab a bit more because the more garlic you have, the better your life is. This skin already just came immediately off. I have to remember that I'm doing a cooking thing. I'm not just talking to you.
It's difficult to remember.
But, yeah.
So
give it a good smack.
How many cloves are you going for here?
I'm going for 4 because the more garlic you have, like I said, the better your life is. Yeah. Also, it just smells fucking amazing.
It does, actually.
See? Skin just comes right off. It's like one piece.
Easy.
If you smash it really well.
Yeah, I was worried that... I was worried that you were...
Am I scaring you?
So worried that you were going to just smash the whole thing into a smooshy paste.
No. So
we're coming up on roughly 6 minutes.
Okay.
You might want to check, maybe, see how it's looking.
Get out your oven mitts. No, I'm going to leave it longer.
Yeah.
I want to leave it longer because we didn't really preheat it that long anyways, so we'll give it some more time.
So this nice sharp knife is making a beautiful...
So good. Thank you for the Christmas gift, girlfriend.
Shout out
Such
to
a good Christmas gift, honestly, because I use it every day.
Knives, yeah.
I'll chop it up more than that. You want it finely chopped.
Is this where you often cut yourself?
No.
Okay.
Usually on
While
my
you're
wrists.
showering.
Yeah. When I'm showering with my knife and I mistake the side for the wrong side.
Garlic smells.
Yes.
Garlic smells.
That's
So
garlic has a smell. For everyone watching this, if you didn't know, garlic smells.
If you can't smell it right now, might have COVID.
Exactly like tapioca.
Check it out.
Yeah. If you don't smell anything, good luck. You're already dead.
Yes, love that knife movement. I have no knives that allow me to do that movement.
Yeah?
No,
Well,
I'll sort it out.
time for an upgrade. Once you monetize this video right here,
Oh yeah,
first purchase, very sharp knife.
that's true. What you really want is one of those, that thing that looks like an axe but with 2 handles. Do you know what I mean? Where you
With
like
2
rock
handles?
back and forth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rocking axe.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sure it has a name.
it's like a saw almost, but with like an angled saw or something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I grew up in Canada. I've been logging my whole life.
You chop your garlic with an axe usually.
Yeah, I shave with an axe. Shower with a knife. What a great impression.
It's looking good.
Be sure to throw out all the organic waste. Put that in your balcony garden. Make more garlic.
I do think beer is a good mac and cheese accompaniment.
True. Yeah.
I am drinking wine, so not adhering to that, but...
Any sort of alcohol really will do you just fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to heat up the butter a bit again because I didn't chop the garlic in time. Heat that back up, and then once that's a little bit hotter, I'm going to put the garlic in, and about a tablespoon, a hefty tablespoon, we'll say,
I think we could
of
go
Dijon
in
mustard.
generously with that.
I think so too.
This is mustard that's been sitting in my fridge for quite a long time. Hope it's okay.
Can't believe that's on the video, but yeah. Now you know Grace buys all the ingredients. Hey, can we do this video and you buy everything?
I mean, you're getting nothing out of this, to be fair. Well,
I'm getting everything. I'm getting my first human contact in about 3 years.
The pleasure of company. Which is also mainly why I started doing it.
Yeah.
Company and
excuse.
food.
Yeah, and by German law right now, this is not even illegal, so we're fine.
No, exactly. We're always operating within
our legal bounds
our
in
legal
Germany.
bounds.
This may be the last time to cook video you ever see.
No, I kept thinking, like, should I just do 10 in one weekend? But then that's very bad for
right.
corona regulations, really, isn't it?
That is, yeah. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to turn up the heat.
Food for me to eat, probably.
A wee bit. True enough.
Very nice. Oh, garlic butter. Let's just dip some bread in that and call it a day.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
So we just finish right now.
That's great.
Buy some more beer.
Nice.
Everything's fine. Okay. So, just gonna give that a rinse. All right.
So your dad was a Portuguese immigrant to Canada.
Canada.
So did you learn any Portuguese cooking?
No, but I can do some German and French, which is, you know, whenever I have Portuguese or Greek people on my tour, because my other side of the family is Greek, they're like, I have to be like,
no.
I have to say no, because I live in Germany. The thing is, you know, both my parents' languages of their heritage are not like, they're not especially fluent in either of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom and dad, if you're watching this. And also, they don't speak each other's. So it's like, I didn't grow up hearing Portuguese because my mom could never understand it.
Yeah.
Didn't hear Greek growing up except for like extended family gatherings because my dad didn't speak Greek. So people are like, oh, what do you speak then? I'm like, English. I grew up in Toronto. So,
makes a lot of sense.
Water's boiling.
Water is boiling.
You know what? I'm going to salt the water.
Salt it a little.
Because if you don't salt your pasta water before you boil it,
You're a ridiculous
probably a
person.
serial killer.
Yeah. We should probably check on these breadcrumbs thing as well. Don't want to burn them.
Maybe.
Oh, a new salt.
New salt,
We
just for time to cook. Only the best.
What are those videos? The unpackaging? No, what are they called?
Oh, the unboxing videos.
Unboxing video for salt.
Salt unboxing. I should give it a full review as well.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use the same spoon that has the
I
mustard and
always
stuff
do
on it.
that because I'm like, the same flavors are going into everything.
It's gonna go in
fine.
anyway. So this
Yeah.
is about 350 grams of macaroni. We didn't measure it, not even remotely, but we'll say it is. For the sake of professionalism.
Yeah.
Let's see how the bread is doing. Oh, yes.
It's perfect.
Looks great. I'm going to keep the oven on though because we are going to bake the macaroni as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it at 200 for anyone. Oh, yes. Yes! Sorry, audio.
Oh, it's perfect.
I love it.
Just going dark at the outside.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Perfect crisp. I'm going to burn my hip on that in probably about 5 minutes.
Oh, I look forward to filming it.
Excellent. So, we have garlic. We have some mustard and butter in this right now. Cooking it a wee bit. Make sure you constantly stir your macaroni.
So it's not sticking.
What we're going to do now is add about 3 tablespoons of flour. Thicken this bad boy up.
I believe we are making what is known as a roux.
Indeed.
The base of any white sauce.
1 2
Ooh, I thought thought you were going to go all Count Dracula on this.
3!
Even though you added far more butter than I think you were supposed to, you might
probably
need
for
more
the best.
flour. That's looking good.
Let that bad boy thicken up quite a bit. And do that for like a minute.
Yeah, you kind of want to cook the flour a little bit and get a nice thick sort of doughy texture.
Yeah, but not burn it.
No, indeed. Whoa.
This is fun.
This is fun.
I'm
That
having
mustard's smelling
fun.
amazing.
Indeed.
I always get far too hungry by this point. I'm just kind of
Now you stop
willing
narrating.
everything to go faster.
I want to keep it moving as well, though, because I don't want to burn it.
No,
You know?
that's a good idea.
So now, once you do this for a bit,
I'm going to help you.
magic hand of Grace is going to hand
Bye.
me
I was
a
going
half a liter of milk.
to try to take the top off as well, but I just can't do it.
I was going to take my top off for this video as well, but we had to mic it up, and it didn't work. Do we have a whisk? I believe we might. Thanks,
I'm
Grace.
stirring for you.
That's it.
Honestly, I think because of all that butter, you could add a little bit more flour. Otherwise, I think you're going to end up with a too slack sauce. I'm getting way too involved these days.
Half a tablespoon extra.
Yeah.
All you need. We'll cook it out, though. And this is the time.
Check it out.
One-handed cooking. Pro moves.
So also, take a sip of your beer.
Mmm.
Yeah. I've never seen a pro chef
Session
do that
IPA.
before, so...
Eat your heart out, Mario
Right.
Batelli. You Italian idiot. Sorry for all the Italians watching this. I just hate Italians.
I don't even know who that is. Maybe I'm not watching enough cooking shows.
I think it's Gordon Ramsay's son.
I think that sounds doubtful.
There we go. Thickening up a
Like
bit.
Good paste.
Smells fucking amazing.
Smells really good.
Butter and garlic. Who would have ever
Who
thought
knew?
that that would have smelled amazing? So, cooking that out. Now, had out of this like 1920s goblet, I'm gonna pour some milk.
Quite full.
Oh my god, it is. Make sure you taste while you cook. I saw that once on a Mario Batelli video.
You want to check your milk's okay.
Yeah, dip your finger in there.
Mm-hmm.
If it tastes like yogurt, it's bad. So now with the milk, this is a key step in mac and cheese, right? Because milk burns super easily. So you want to very gradually introduce the milk.
Very witchy right now.
And you want to probably cook it out for a good while. Add a bit,
Yeah.
then stir it, then add a bit more. Oh, spilled on my flamingo socks. Make sure you spill on your flamingo socks while you're making your mac and cheese.
It's a key part of the process.
Yeah. Oh, you also got milk all over my cutting board.
How did that even happen?
It was pretty full. You're right.
Well, it's 500 mils for you. It's a lot.
Yeah, you brought a lot of milk to my house.
Sure did.
Brought all those boys to the yard.
If you have a whisk, you could also whisk it.
Yeah, whisking is better. I just couldn't find the whisk right now, so
It's
whisk
because
it.
of
If
the
you
jar.
have it, do it. Basically, what you're trying to do is make it into an even sauce, quite viscous.
Second time you've used that word today.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
used
use
for
it
the maple
every
syrup,
day.
too.
I use it almost everything I say.
Oh yeah.
More milk
Always more milk. So this sauce base
is
for
horrible
the less
for you.
experienced cooks. You can then add anything to it and make that sauce. Like for a parsley sauce, you'd make a white sauce and then just add parsley. For cheese, you add cheese. What
Oh,
other
we are
sauces
definitely
are
adding
there?
cheese. Oh, there's only cheese and parsley sauce. Mushrooms?
Mushrooms. Well, you probably cook the mushrooms in all that butter and garlic and
Yeah.
then do the flour bit. But
I would have
this
done
is-
it in a smaller pot, but there wouldn't have been mushroom for it. Just a bit of Canadian zingers for you. This is what we do back home while we cook there, bud.
So why
Macaroni.
the choice to come to Berlin?
I don't know. It's a question that weirdly enough comes up often for me because of tour guiding.
Yeah.
And people walk with you and they want to learn about you, and you get very cynical and jaded because you have the same conversation
That's it.
30,000 times, and it's just like, they're very nice, honest people, like, oh, what are you doing here? You're like, fuck you! you turn on them for no reason because you're bitter and old now.
It's good that you're having some time off, really, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll all be like new when you go back to it.
Absolutely. You know, I'm going to add the rest of that milk.
Milk is now all in.
Milk is in. Yeah, I think my initial impetus to coming to Berlin was to learn German, because I'd been to Germany like 6 or 7 years prior to that, and really enjoyed it. You know, all the stereotypes of Germany that I heard about weren't. It's weird. You know, I mean, German stereotypes, you have like 2 categories, and one is that Germans are clinical and diagnostic and humorless cold people, and the other stereotype is that they drink a lot of beer and they dance on tables, which are contradictory, but they're definitely true.
And free time.
That's what it is. When they're working, they're definitely by the books and everything. But no, I mean, I went to Germany on a vacation with my girlfriend at the time, and really loved it. The language was actually really, really cool, which I didn't expect. And I kind of fell in love with Germany. And I knew when I was done university, in the back of my head, I was like, I want to move somewhere else, permanently or semi-permanently, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And my initial idea was France, because growing up in Canada and doing years and years of French for a long time, I was like, at least I'll have a foundation, make some friends easier, maybe get a job easier, whatever it is. But yeah, in the meantime, I basically fell in love with Germany instead. And here we are. But my initial plan was I was going to move to Leipzig.
Oh.
I've never been to Berlin before I moved here.
Why Leipzig? Because that was where you visited?
Because I had been to Leipzig and Dresden. I've been to Saxony, kind of older Saxony, but and that was my impression of Germany. And now I'm here instead. Because my friends were like, but it's like really cheap, and they play a lot of music and stuff.
Makes
and so here we are, 5 years later, over 5 years later.
That tends to be how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's the conversation I always had when I first moved here. Like, you know, you just go to cafes or bars.
Yeah.
That's going to be done. And you you talk to as many people as you can to network in some capacity.
Yeah.
Here's how you pour macaroni into a sieve.
Make sure you do it just like this.
Ah, burns! And that's how you do that.
That's going to be so loud on that mic.
It's going to break.
So yeah, the macaroni should be kind of just underdone.
Make it al dente.
Yeah.
That's a word that I believe is Romanian.
It's 2 words, I think.
Al
Romanian.
dente. It's Romanian for on the teeth. And yes, we know it's Italian.
I'm going to try you. Oh no, it's going
You're going to have a single macaron. What's the
it.
singular?
Macarono.
Macarono, yeah.
Anyway.
So does that mean that the singular of confetti is confetto?
Yeah.
I have one confetto. It's the worst birthday party I've ever had.
I mean, anyone has ever had one confetti.
There was a confetto.
It's good. It's perfect.
Good.
Bisfest, as they would say.
Supergeil.
So the silky sauce is looking good.
It's coming together. I want it to thicken up a bit more, though.
Yeah, the flour just needs to do its thing a little bit more.
I'm gonna let it simmer.
The great thing is that the sheer amount of cheese also thickens up cheese sauce.
Weird.
You add it,
Yeah, who would have
which is
thought?
always good.
I'm gonna salt and pepper this actually while we're
yeah.
at it. Things aren't in their usual places. There we go. So much milk everywhere. Make sure if you're making mac and cheese that you just milk your apartment.
It's one of the joys.
Use a lot of salt.
Oh yeah, always.
Salt and garlic. Salt, garlic, and onions.
Your cheese is also going to add a bit of salt, I guess.
Absolutely. That's why, if you're adding bacon to things, don't add salt. Don't do that to yourself.
I mean, I do that to myself and I often regret it.
Well, I hate you.
That's fair enough.
Well then.
I guess that's where we end.
Cheers to this mess that we're about to consume.
I, for one, am very excited about the mess.
Absolutely.
Quite honestly,
my lunch was oatmeal and apples. So this is going to be a bit of a far cry.
A breakfast, not a lunch.
Well, my breakfast was the pizza that I made yesterday.
And you got it
which
the
was
wrong way round.
was going to be
lunch.
It was going to be my initial thing for this, for time to cook. I was going to make pizza, make some dough.
How great does that sound, people at home?
Yeah, but mac and cheese.
Yeah, can't beat it. Also, I think I'm going to do a second... I think I'm going to start revisiting my cooks because I'm running out of people.
Cool.
So we'll come back
Can
in
I
a few
make pizza?
months and you can make pizza.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's because you won't be following two people who had 2-hour dishes, so you can. We can
For those
give
of you who
a
are
little bit more
watching,
time.
Grace sets very specific standards for what you can and cannot do for this YouTube channel. She gave me very specific things that I can and can't do,
Sure
and
did.
then the last 2 episodes she broke. She's like, keep it under like an hour, make sure there's no like downtime, putting things in the oven, this and that. And I was like, okay, well, I was gonna make like a vegetarian shepherd's pie, but you have to
Sounds
put it in
great,
the
doesn't
oven
it?
and all these things. And turns out Sam just makes like a 7-hour fucking haggis.
Hey,
And now here I am making like a 15-minute mac and cheese.
he was doing things all the time, though. Even if it was just going to the toilet, he was always
On
doing
mic
things.
with a live mic, yeah. Hot micing his
It's
piss.
all good. I cut it out eventually. It almost went public. We avoided that.
Almost went pubic. Hey-oh! Anyways, another
Only
zinger for you
mildly
guys.
makes sense.
Put away the flour.
Very important. Clean up a little bit.
Yeah, always clean while you're cooking. It's something
Well, we
I
could
try
grate
to
this
do.
parmesan. That's something we could do, isn't it? Because that's going to go in there.
No, I'd rather not.
You'd rather not. I think some is left for the topping, isn't it? And
Yeah.
some goes in.
We're gonna use about maybe like half, we'll say, to put in now with the cheddar cheese, and then we're gonna use the other half to kind of coat it once we put it in an oven-safe dealie.
For example, this.
If you don't have that, go buy it.
Right now. Pause the video. Goodbye. Right
Yeah,
now.
that's thickening up.
It's starting to look real good. Real good, real hot.
All right. So, grating some Parmesan.
So your cooking habits, have they changed much from when you lived in Canada to coming here? Do you cook often?
Yes,
You cooked
I
well.
always cook. I don't. Like I told you before we filmed this, I never make mac and cheese. Am I allowed to admit that? Okay.
It's one of your favorite dishes.
I love mac and cheese. My favorite comfort food ever. No, I really like to eat quite healthy as much as I can, and I
I would like to make
typically
it clear,
cook every
this
meal.
was your idea. It wasn't
Yeah.
all me.
Yeah, because you shot down every other idea that I had. Yeah, no, I do like cooking, and I like to cook every meal from breakfast to dinner.
Do you?
I rarely like I'd order in.
Really?
It's partly because it's like a lot more economic
It
to
is,
make your own
yes.
food, but also you make food that you like, and you
Yes.
make the exact quantity that you want.
That is very
It's like, and usually what I do, this is one of the rare times cooking where I'm not listening to music. Usually beer's involved,
Yeah.
or some sort of liquor.
Yeah.
But it's like Cinna, my GF, hated cooking for a long time, and I think she's getting into it a bit more now.
Just to say, we are adding the cheese to
Parmesan?
the sauce. We've taken it off the heat.
Yeah, I've taken off the
Yours
heat.
is about this consistency. Kind of leaves a little trail with the spoon. Then that's perfect.
Yes, and we're adding a lot of cheddar, like
And it's orange
2
cheddar,
cups.
which again, I'm not really happy about, but you know, that's all they had. So ours is going to go a strange orangey colour.
Yeah, about 2 cups, which is a lot. So if you have cholesterol problems,
Not for you.
turn it off. I'm gonna actually stir it in on the heat
Okay.
just to speed up the process a wee bit. I'm gonna put it on and put it off the heat. It's like making scrambled
do a little
eggs,
dance with it.
a French scramble risotto. Constantly stir it, put it on, take it
Oh, we
off.
should do a risotto on the show. Actually, that would be a good.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
high
that's one
effort.
that really,
That's a lot of
trips
stirring.
people up quite a lot.
Yeah,
And you got to be at the stove constantly, even though there's not that much.
that's the thing. You gotta just constantly stir it, don't you?
Yeah. Anyway, you were talking about dinner and cooking.
Yes, Cinna always hated it because she said it was boring, which I was vehemently agreed against, because all you do is you make a bunch of food, like I said, that you like in the quantity that you like, listen to music, get drunk, and then when you're done, you have a bunch of food that you want to
Yeah.
eat.
What's not to like
And you're
about
half
that
drunk.
process?
So, yeah, but she's a lot better now.
She's come around. It's looking good.
So,
It's smelling
thickening
even
up.
better.
So what we're gonna do soon, once this is kind of one even consistency, pour it in with the macaroni. Who knows if it fits?
Guess we'll find out.
May have been better to choose a larger pot, but you know, hindsight is 2020.
I'm looking at it and it's like, that's half the pan, that's half the pan. Together it's going to be a good full pan.
Yeah, volume. That's a thing. But yeah, we're gonna put this all over the macaroni itself, stir it up nice, and then what we're gonna do is put it in this trademark oven safe pot pan. Put the breadcrumbs over that, and we're gonna bake it for 20 minutes. And in 20 minutes, it'll come out very nice,
just perfect,
crispy. We're also going to put the rest of the Parmesan on top of it and give it like a nice overcrust.
An overcrust.
Overcrust.
That is now a word.
Overcrust.
Overcrust.
I'm going to turn off the element. It's not quite where I want it to be just yet, but I'm going to get there.
Still needs to
I
be
want it to be a bit more uniform.
Oh, I see. Some cheese lumps that we want
There's
to
a
get rid
bit
of.
of cheese there.
Yeah.
So keeping it on the heat, going down. You don't have to do this. You do whatever you want. You're your own person. But I'm just going to try to make it as consistent as possible.
That texture there. Oh, yeah.
What do you think would happen to you if you just drank all of this?
I mean, that's what we're kind of basically about to do, but with forks. So hopefully nothing bad.
We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Check the obituaries, everyone, for the next month.
It's fine. We're going to be balancing it with fresh stuff.
We are. It's a nice acidity. Lift us up.
That made me want to sing. What's that song? I'm not going to do
You lift me up.
it. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Cool. Amazing. Kühlschrank. Ach so.
That's good.
That looks good. So all we're going to do,
Tip it on.
put the cheese into the mac.
This
That's
is
how
when
you
it
get
goes
cheese
from-
and mac.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
I'll do it a
yeah.
bit slower for you.
I wish we had some sexier lighting right now. That's good. That's good. Oh, it's shiny.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, that is about 80% cheese and about 20% macaroni, which is exactly the ratio
Ooh, that looks
you
good.
should be aiming for. Good.
You can't even see the macaroni with the cheese.
Make enough so that you can't see anything.
Kind of want to get in there. Oh, yeah. That's really good.
Oh, God. I'm fully erect right now.
I had to make the last video 18 plus because of the because of the apron that Sam puts on. And
Yeah, shout out to Sam.
I might have to put this one 18 plus too, just for that bit.
Because I said fully erect. You could edit
just
that out.
because of the
Oh, the
overtly
ASMR?
sexual nature of pouring that sauce in.
So Sam,
Oh, yeah,
from your
look.
last, I assume this is the previous
There you
video at this
go,
point.
yes.
Here's what Steve made from your vegetarian haggis.
Steve had a lot of leftovers, and he is happily eating his way through it all.
Yep, it is full of mold.
Looks green.
And to be fair, it was full of mold immediately when he made it. But
Steve does have a habit of doing that.
he loves his mold. All that nut cheese.
We were eating some of Steve's nut cheese just earlier. We're not going to give any more context. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
He had nut cheese and we
Yeah.
ate it. That's
Yeah.
that's the end of the story.
It was surrounded by mold.
Oh my god, this is going to be amazing. You can still smell the garlic as well. Funny thing with garlic, if you
Is
want to
that
have
good for
more...
carbs?
Yeah. Funny thing about garlic is the more you eat, the happier you are. That's going to be the tagline for this video. But if you want more of a garlic flavor, put your garlic in a bit later, like whatever dish you're making, stir fry, mac and cheese, whatever it is. You want more garlic flavor, put your garlic in a bit later. More mild garlic flavor, put it in a bit earlier. Easy.
Good
So
tip.
I'm going to put this on my milky cutting board.
You should also put yours on your milky cutting
Make
board.
sure it's as milky as possible. Once it's on the milky cutting board, I'm going to put some Parmesan onto it. It's so heavy.
It looks very
Ah!
Have you prepped that baking tray in any way, or is it just
No,
a naked tray?
don't worry about it. If you want to oil it up a little bit or put more butter in it for some stupid reason, you go right ahead. But you know what? That's probably enough butter for a lifetime.
I'm so excited.
So, this is like the exact size of the macaroni that we'd have in Canada with like the KD pre-made boxes and everything. Anyways,
Well, Moon
I'm
Prince
gonna
is
spread
looking
it.
very happy with the situation.
he knows what's up.
But he's been looking very happy with the situation.
Moon Prince and Anus on top of him. So sorry that you got shafted with that name.
Is that his name now?
No, I hope not.
You have the power to decide. second carb, on we go.
Did you forget? We have bread. Make sure it's all on there. Crispy bread, comfort food, coronavirus. We all need a bit of, I mean, all your friends are making these like beautiful, healthy meals, like 27 lentil soup and like Moroccan curry and whatever it is, some tagine. Fucking treat yourself. What are you doing not eating bread during a global pandemic?
Just stir it in.
I'm gonna stir it in. I'm about 4 beers deep now. Perfect. I'm just poking this like mush, this bready mush now. Okay, that looks fucking great.
And now we have both.
Hold on. You have to make sure it's good if you... Hold on, I'll get the mic. You gotta get that bread sound, that hollow bread sound. That's how you know it's crispy, it's good. Boom. I don't think I need this anymore, so that's going in there. Gonna put some cheese on it. Ooh, this is more cheese than mac. So just grate that bad boy over your mac and cheese with the bread.
Oh no. Now stay steady. Thank you, Gimbal, for steadying me out.
Thank God you have a steady cam in your hands because you've been having a seizure this whole time.
I was fine until the bread went in.
The ASMR also kicked in at the same time. Oh yeah.
I'm very excited about eating this.
Careful as well when you get down to the nub of the cheese that you don't
yourself.
Yeah, that you don't grate your own skin into it because it doesn't crust very well. I've tried. Ow! Okay.
Heed your own warning. Yes, eat the end bit. Everyone does that, right?
It's nice to have a bit of cheese while you're making mac and cheese.
Yeah, it's a starter.
That's cheese.
That's real Parmesan. Right?
So, we're gonna... Oh, it's hot. It's hot already. Put it in the oven. Still 200. We're gonna put it in the oven and it's gonna be about 20 minutes.
Perfect.
In the meantime, make our side dish. Side swipe. Transition.
To the side dish.
Finally,
some health.
I'm relying on you for time, by the way.
Yeah, I've got it. You're going to be right on time.
Amazing.
Exactly what I asked you for.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't start cleaning.
Oh, that's okay. People might need to do a bit of cleaning too.
Yeah,
I'm
typically.
going to put some pans in the sink and that's about it.
Yeah, typically I want to clean things up while things happen because it's not going to take 20 minutes to make coleslaw. So maybe 10 minutes normally spent cleaning, you know. But this is a professional cooking show, so... We'll
see how we go. If we're left with time, we can wash some pots and you can tell us some tales.
The most exhilarating part of the video, washing pots.
Especially when it's with the person's back to us.
I don't want to use the tablespoon with flour in it, okay?
No, that's sensible.
So, now we're going to make coleslaw.
Lovely. No cheese involved.
No, but you can.
Oh, you absolutely can. Yeah.
Put cheese in it.
Like, what just fell off? Oh.
Don't worry about it.
I walked into your pin board.
Oh no.
And the pin fell.
That's okay. I'm gonna wipe down a bit of things because it's nice to have a clean workspace, you know?
Very nice tiled worktop here.
Yeah, this is the most early 70s GDR apartment in the world. If you couldn't tell already. The best part being, definitely Stasi informers lived here. Pretty sure Russia is spying on me right now. How do you make mac and cheese?
Yeah, if this suddenly is being made all across Russia next week.
You know why.
We'll know why.
Public. Dear public.
Before I even put my videos out, then we'll know why.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to get a sudden influx of bot subscribers from Russia. Right, so this will be the vessel in which I stir coleslaw.
A classic IKEA bowl vessel.
Is it IKEA?
I don't know, I've got the same, and it was in my flat when I moved in, so I assume so.
Classic IKEA vessel.
Also, what I'm going to say is classic are these IKEA shelves, because we have a very similar one hanging precariously like this, and just waiting for it to come down.
Yeah, this was here when I moved in.
And it's still going.
It still scares me on a daily basis.
That fills me with hope, to be honest, because that one's worse than ours is.
Yeah, you're probably fine. One day it's going to come crashing down. It's going to smell amazing.
I'm amazed that they stay on there. That's wonderful.
So yeah,
Yes.
coleslaw time.
Coleslaw time.
We are going to maybe not use a half a head of green
We're definitely not.
and
no.
red. I think we're going to half it. So we're going to have a quarter of each.
At most. I mean, yeah, at this point you really just want to be making however much you and whoever you're feeding want to eat. But coleslaw keeps very well, and actually the flavours as they marinate gets even nicer.
I was going to say, it's actually nice if you put it in the fridge before you eat it the first time.
Yeah.
Put it in there for like a night.
So this is going to be disappointing, but tomorrow Chris is going to eat some leftovers and it's going to be like, whoa.
Absolutely.
Look at him slice.
Best knife ever.
Such a good
Oh, no.
Oh, there it goes. Careful what you're doing with that knife.
Careful with that axe, Eugene. Make sure you put that in the organic waste.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a bit less than a quarter. I think that's fine.
Love cabbage.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that colour. So good.
Great marbling on that cabbage, you
Such
know.
good
You could tell
marbling.
it lived a very happy, long life.
Oh yeah.
That
All
cabbage.
healthy fat that's in there.
Yeah, good marbling. It's a good scene, I
Good
think.
scene.
I'm just going to chop it.
You slice it. We're doing a very thin slice.
Very
right?
thin, yeah.
If you have a mandolin. You might want to
Mandolin.
strum it at this point.
Did you start the sentence before you were going to finish it?
No, but isn't that what the thing is called that allows you to slice really finely as well?
A mandolin?
Yeah.
No, it's like a ukulele for nerds.
No, that thing where you like kind of plain vegetables. I'm pretty sure that's also
it's called a mandolin.
Yeah.
Hold on, we can probably find like
I might have got that
Hold on.
so wrong.
like this part here. Is that a mandolin?
Well, no, because it has to be the whole, like this whole thing would have to be.
Would
this
have to be a
blade.
mandolin.
Yeah, and then you know what I mean.
I mean, I guess you could potentially take cabbage to an actual mandolin, and if the strings are new enough,
Let's see what happens.
you just might get lucky. So, cabbage into the big IKEA bowl.
We have some tentacles in the way here, but you can still see it.
Yeah, Moon Prince is always in the way, but I love him.
This is some thick cabbage bits, but nothing wrong with that.
Who doesn't love him thick? Turn that a bit more.
I kind of want to steal a piece, but don't drop my finger.
I hope me chewing comes up on the audio.
I think it will. Not
Excellent.
gonna use
Amazing.
it. Sweet and fresh and delicious.
This is definitely going to make me not regret eating about 17 pounds of fat for the
That's
macaroni and
it.
cheese.
It's going to make up for that.
The best part of mac and cheese is the guilt. So, first quarter head of cabbage in.
And if you had other stuff, like if you have some kohlrabi, anything else fresh that also tastes a little bit like fart would go very nicely in coleslaw. Isn't that right?
Absolutely, Grace. I'm glad you mentioned that. So good to have you.
This is some excellent chopping. This is also going to be a lot of coleslaw.
And we already halved it.
Yeah. But like we say, keeps very well, even better.
Also, like I said, wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Because you're not the only one eating your food if you're good at what you do. If you're terrible, then sure.
You'll realise that no one comes around to eat if you're terrible.
But in this show, everyone's good. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone who's been on this so far.
It's been great. I'm very pleased so many people have got involved. But everyone wins, you know? We all learn new recipes.
Yeah, it's a
Not
great
that you
concept.
have to be involved to learn it. But
Well, if you're making other people's food, you're involved.
yeah.
You're already there.
Also, I think, you know, when we're allowed, I'll invite all the cooks over for a big dinner.
Oh mein Gott.
I've said it, now I've got to do it.
Yeah, confirmed. You could easily just edit that statement out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just a cut. It's like The Simpsons when like Homer's on Fox News and you can see the clock in the background jumping back and forth. I love to touch her, sweet Venus.
The red cabbage is in.
Red cabbage, rotkohl, drin. Oops.
A little bit on the floor.
A little bit on the floor.
Shout out to Johnny's floor salad. A lot of people won't know what that means.
Is that like Steve's nut cheese?
Exactly like that.
Thank you, Grace, for the IPA. It's been a little while since I had an IPA.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I don't think I need this stuff here anymore. I do need a tablespoon, I reckon.
Carrot.
Oh, I'm going to shred the carrot.
Oh, you're shredding it.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use that anyways.
That makes sense.
Oh, goodbye, beautiful knife. Should I face the camera as I...
As you...
Give that a quick wash.
Just give it a little side profile there.
Wash that bad boy a little bit.
This is how you should also wash your grater.
New sponge. Make sure it's a totally new sponge.
Very good.
Picked from the seafloor itself. And again, having a rag on your shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, you've really
always
sold
comes in
this
clutch.
to me. It's never something I've done before, and now I'm going to try it.
You should. I'm going to use the mandolin this time, though.
I don't have broad enough shoulders for it. I feel like it's just going to slip off.
I am known for my broad shoulders. That's a fact.
Enough to hold a tea towel.
I'd like to think that if someone was doing one of those like police drawings or something of me, they'd be like, you have big shoulders, just enough to hold a tea towel. Okay, I'm going to wash the carrot again.
Oh, very good.
Wash everything.
Washing
your stuff.
I'm going to cut that bit.
Oh, anyways, we're back to the show, guys.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened in the middle. You should have just the second of like starting to wash it and then a cut. And you should have a timestamp in the bottom right corner, just like an hour goes by. We have fun.
You would make a much better show than this.
So I'm gonna use the mandolin this time. You know, I'm gonna use the whole. Is this the right side? No, it's not. Okay, well that would help.
Oh, that was great.
Great.
Hey. That's like the third time I've accidentally made that joke. This is dangerous. See, you are suggling in the kitchen. You said you didn't do it.
Sorry?
Suggling. Suggling around, remember?
Oh, am I suggling?
Suggling.
Damn it.
But the tea towel is still fast, so you're alright.
Fastened to my tea towel sized shoulder.
Yeah. Can you explain? Your tattoos are very present in this camera shot right now, so I kind of want to ask you to explain them.
So the one on my right arm manfully gripping the carrot, is a tattoo of my own design. And it's because I really enjoy Radiohead.
Yes, this is how Chris and I really bonded the first time.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And it's someone with a suit on, because suits are just great. And they have a radio for a head.
It's deep. It's deep, man.
Very deep. About as deep as Radiohead's discography. And then the one on my left, which I guess you're zooming in on.
It's frantically moving back and forward. Yeah.
That one. Is a little T-Rex. And that was actually a stick and poke done like a prison tat with a needle, a sewing needle, and some India ink. That was done, I guess, the last time I was in Dublin, in Ireland, visiting some very, very close friends of mine who are also from there. And having spent a good amount of time in Ireland, it used to be an annual trip for me.
Oh, nice.
And there was 6 of us, and it was a drunken night in a kitchen, much like this. And one of my friends suggested that we get matching tattoos, to which the other 5 immediately vomited too. We said, no, not matching tattoos. But we did decide that maybe a thematic tattoo would work. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to decide on themes, and someone just said dinosaurs. And who doesn't like dinosaurs? So we just searched on like Google Images, whatever it was, like simple dinosaur designs or like simple dinosaur tats, whatever it was. And my friend he also does professional tattoos with a real tattoo machine. I've heard that they don't like the term tattoo gun. Oh. Yeah, tattoo machine. So
I'll avoid that in future.
Yes, tattoo machine. But also he's very good at stick and pokes. And it's something I found that's really big in Canada. And like normally things are quite shared between Canada and the United States. This is definitely one thing that seems to me like very Canadian is stick and poke tattoos. Like all of my friends have a stick and poke somewhere. Like something simple, just like 3 dots on their finger or like a triangle, like whatever it is. But most of my friends in Canada have a stick and poke because like you basically just go to a cottage, you get intoxicated, and you give each other tattoos.
Really?
Yeah. And this is kind of what this one was, is we just got like
this
pretty
was done
drunk.
by a pro, but you're saying that they are often just amateurly done also.
They don't usually look that good, which is why I didn't have one previous to that. But yeah, it's a stick and poke done by my friend Sean Watmore.
Shout out Sean.
Shout out to Sean. I guess you're still in Dublin or something. Hope you're doing great, man. Hope you haven't caught the Rona. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm getting too close now.
Yeah, it's getting dangerous.
I'm too unsteady to continue.
It's a nice amount of carrot.
It's a good amount of carrots. We probably could have used about half the carrot, but carrot is good. It's healthy.
Carrot is great.
There's that myth.
Vibrant color.
Yeah, there's that myth that it's good for your eyes, but that was a thing that came from World War II from the British, because the British.
Never trust the British.
Yeah. Okay. And you know, the British had invented radar, and they didn't want the Germans to know, and so in order to kind of throw them off the scent of the RAF always knowing where the Luftwaffe was, they said that the British pilots ate carrots and helped their eyesight. And now that myth still exists today.
Is that really where that was born?
Yep. It was the RAF trying to fool the Luftwaffe into thinking that carrots is why the Luftwaffe or the RAF was so good. They just had radar.
Huh.
Carrots give you radar.
That is what we've learned from that
Fact.
story, is that they don't just help you see, they give you radar. So eat a lot of carrots.
Anyways, I realized this is supposed to be a cooking thing. What we're going to do, we've shredded everything together. 2 types of different cabbage, about a full carrot, but you know, use half a carrot if you want, however much you want. We're going to add some olive oil, extra virgin. We're going to use like 2-3 tablespoons of oil. And we're going to do like half of maple syrup and half of some apple vinegar. So
You're going to chuck these straight in?
I'm going to chuck it straight in
Mix them up
and
first.
just mix
Chuck
it.
them straight in. Yeah. Why not?
Action shot of a very slow drip of olive oil.
It's one of those fancy ones, and all that fancy means is that it drips slower
Oh wow.
than your regular olive
It
oil.
makes everything you do inconvenient.
It
2.
gives you that experience, you know? You really feel that you're pouring.
So if you really want to like cholesterol it up, like a typical coleslaw would be mayonnaise.
Yes.
Which is of course what we all know coleslaw consists of. And some apple vinegar. Sweet. Sweet.
Sweet? It is a bit
It
sweet.
is sweet.
It's sweet.
That's a sweet joke.
Ooh,
Oh, it's
that's,
new.
New.
We're all about the
unboxing.
syrup unboxing, salt unboxing.
What does it look like? Smells like syrup.
It smells like coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen.
Do I look at you or do I look at the camera?
Well, do what have you been doing so far, I guess.
I've kind of done both.
I think we're both in the same place, so
I'll look at you.
The camera is me.
You are one with the camera.
We're one and the same.
So yeah, we're gonna have a bit of syrup for some sweetness, about a tablespoon. Oh yeah. Also, I mean, what you can do if you're mixing these things up, taste it.
Yeah.
If you don't like how it's going,
Exactly.
taste it, add something. You can't take anything away, so good luck with that.
Exactly.
But just taste it.
But you can add more carrot and cabbage, I suppose.
Absolutely.
If you're like, whoa, this is too strong with dressing, who has ever said that ever? Then you could add more veggies.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna use my hands.
Do it.
I
You've
washed my
your
hands. Yeah. It's good to feel your food,
Mix it
you
all
know.
together.
Oh, damn it! I want a salt and pepper. Okay, mix up a little bit. Wash your hands,
and then
add a bit of salt and pepper.
Because we also
And actually a bit of dill.
got some cayenne pepper
And a bit of cayenne.
Some dill, some
Sorry, I gotta face the camera.
I'm gonna bring it over. It's okay. I'm not even looking at you. Where's the salt? So dangerous. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Okay.
That is our collective middle name.
Got the flavor makers here.
So, we're still seasoning this. I jumped the gun, but shoulder cloth comes in handy again.
Yeah, you just wanted to show off the shoulder cloth again, really, didn't you?
I did.
It's gonna sound so good.
I had to get one in, I think. So, I guess if you want to measure this, you could put like a 1/4 teaspoon of each of these, because these are very strong flavors. You don't overdo it, you know? The nice thing about something like coleslaw is that it's light and fresh.
really damn spicy.
Ugh.
We're just going to see how it goes.
Now, use your freshly washed hands.
Salt and pepper.
Use this one.
Oh, I got the wrong one. Amateur.
This is the new one.
Oh,
The
really?
unboxing.
Oh, yeah, of course.
This is just to taste. The more the merrier.
Pepper's a winner.
It's going to be so spicy.
Now we mix them.
Yes. So get it all mixed up nice and good. All in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, smells nice. You can smell the apple vinegar.
You smell that cayenne pepper? No, I can't.
One thing you can't really translate on video is the smell.
Well, hopefully people are getting their own smells.
Just sitting at their computers farting on themselves. Oh yeah.
Yeah? Give it a taste.
That's a 10.
So if you rate it anything lower than a 10, you're wrong, basically.
Oh yeah.
We're coming up
That'll do.
on, oh, it's bubbling. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark for
Look at that timing.
macaroni, which is pretty
It's almost
amazing
like
timing.
we planned this for 7 hours before this.
Yeah. I mean, we're
And
about,
drank 7 beers in the meantime as well.
we're about 2 minutes off, so I think that's perfect in terms of...
Wow. Well, I'm gonna
Taking this
full
out.
wash my hands again, just because it's always good. If you have dry skin, I have some hand lotion recommendations on my YouTube channel. Chris with hand lotion.
Wait, is this real?
Hmm?
You have...
I have a hand lotion channel.
No, you don't. Do you actually?
Well, I could, but
You have about 5 days to set it up.
done.
Okay.
How quickly do you edit? So, that's about everything done. Let's organize everything once again.
The leftovers actually look really pretty.
Don't they? Don't they just?
Art exhibition over here.
It's very nice colors. It's a good color palette.
Mm-hmm.
If your food doesn't have color,
What even
such
is
as mac and cheese, make something that has color. Eat your colors, my mom always says.
it? Eat your colours.
Yeah.
So I might, once we get it out, ask you to plate up one
Portion.
beautiful plate.
Okay. The most amazing
The most
plate.
amazing plate we've ever seen in our lives. And then
Beautiful
we'll bid farewell.
mix. Righto.
Can you hear that?
Try to mic it.
Yeah. Get into the steam.
It's making my beer warm.
Oh, it's sizzling. Oh, it
That's a good
smells
sizzle.
Good.
So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
try if you can not to grab this piping hot pan with your bare hands.
Even if you do play bass, don't risk it. Yes. 100
Nice.
times yes.
Nice. So, now what? You want me to plate it right now?
Plate
Live?
beautiful plate.
A live plating?
A live plating.
Okay. Can I do 2 plates? I want to keep them kind of separate.
What do you mean?
Like have a little bowl for the coleslaw
Absolutely.
on the
yes.
side, and then like a somewhat larger bowl for the mac.
Do that. Show us how you want to present it. To me, your hungry
With some
guest.
creme fraiche. Oh no, did we use all our bowls? Is this just one giant scam to get your friends to cook food for you?
Yeah.
Got it.
I think I have actually said that explicitly before.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's a secret, is
No,
it?
it's not a secret.
Okay.
This is why I
Burped again
started
into
it.
your
It's
mic.
why I'm keeping it going. I'm gonna mute
I realized that I'm trying to do it silently, and the mic is literally against my
Makes you
throat,
hurt.
where burps come from.
I'm gonna have a great time editing this.
Have fun,
Just
friend.
keeping it all in.
So, this is how I'm gonna plate it, because these are things that I don't want to mix the flavors. You want to have the
Yeah.
lightness and the freshness of the coleslaw. And you don't want it kind of being brought down by the slosh.
You don't
of the
want
mac
it
and
bleeding
cheese.
into the mac.
Absolutely. So get an inconvenient ladle.
I'm sure everyone has one of those.
It's the name of my new punk band. I'm left-handed, so this is kind of awkward.
It's beautiful.
Have you seen that channel, How to Basic?
No.
Where it's like someone like starting recipes and they just smash everything and like throw food everywhere. Coleslaw. Done. Boom.
Easy.
I'm gonna do the same thing because, you know, life is only so long.
Oh, sounds really crispy.
Hold on, I gotta smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Now we can see
that's probably your daily intake of calories.
It needs more. It just needs more. That's the heavy bread end as well. Like half of it was way more heavily breaded.
Just made one side full of bread.
Oh yeah.
One last one.
That's a hefty portion.
Boom.
All right. Well, I hope you don't feel too ill after eating this. That's it. That's the money shot. Yeah. Thank you so much, Chris, for cooking me this meal.
I'm not eating any of it, by the way. It's only for you.
Yeah, for teaching everyone how to make, frankly, what should be a staple on all of our... Oh, that's really good. Nice colours.
Yeah.
In all of our repertoires. So, guten appetit, everyone.
Thanks for coming.
Enjoy. And we'll see you next week. Bye, Chris. Thanks a
Bye.
lot.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
coming. Thanks for the beer.